Well, good evening, everyone. How are you doing today?
Good.
Wonderful. So wonderful to be here and to be in front of all these beautiful faces. I always feel privileged and honored to be here speaking at Interfaith Ministries. I do love this community, and I am so grateful to Dr. Sharon and all the other wonderful people that allow me to be of service on this level here at Interfaith. I'm here this evening to discuss how to find healing and happiness during the holiday season. When Linda asked me, probably like maybe a month and a half ago, she asked me to do this presentation during the month of December, and we were trying to make it a holiday theme and such, so I created, kind of just said, let's just throw this out there. Healing and happiness over the holidays, who can go wrong with that, right? Well, since then, I thought, what am I going to talk about? And that was up to this afternoon. What am I going to talk about? And my process lately has been about surrendering on the deepest level possible, which isn't always an easy thing to do. However, I'm very grateful for that because I learn on a deeper level that all is truly all there is. Anything above and beyond surrendering to that which is, higher power, God, source, whatever you choose to call it, is truly an illusion. So I really am doing my best to surrender, and I don't know about any of you, but during this time of our world, of our history, I'm really not sure if we can do anything but surrender and show up. That's really been my experience, and that's really where tonight's presentation has come from, my own personal experience. And I love the synchronicity of tonight and just what's been shared. First of all, Dr. Sharon saying that we first minister to ourselves. And I love this way of life because we learn that when you minister to yourselves with the intention of love and gentleness and compassion, you can then be a source of that for other people. You can't give out what you don't have. And so I was so grateful that when praying, saying, dear God, what am I going to talk about? I want this to be real. I don't want this to be heavy. I don't want this to be, fluffy. I want this to be real. And so what came to me this morning was just share where you are. Just share where you are in your process. And share with people what you've been learning on a deeper level than ever before. The learnings of a wonderful teacher that I just really came into awareness about this year. And I love that because this year has forced me, thank you God, forced me to go to that place of surrendering when everything else seemed, illusions and the appearances of the external world seemed to not be working for me. Which then caused me to go within and ask myself, what's this about? And you've all heard me say this before, how is this happening for me, not to me? So, what came, again, is sharing the here and the now with what I'm going through and the new teachings that I've learned. So, why? Again, because I need to hear what I'm preaching tonight, and that's why I'm doing this evening. So, how do we find healing and happiness over the holidays? How do we do that? Is it through hanging up decorations? Is it through buying Christmas gifts for other people? Is it through preparing food for others to come over the house? Some of that might be a part of how we can find happiness during the holiday season. However, if we want to really truly have the foolproof recipe for happiness, it's not going to be found on the external. It is not going to be found without. It's going to be found within. Yes, it's going to be lovely to have those Christmas parties and be able to exchange gifts. But that truly is not the end all, because it's conditional. Our happiness will be dependent upon what someone else does or what they don't do. And so what we're talking about here is really coming back to the answer, which is the present moment. The answer to being truly joyful and happy in this holiday season, in any time and moment of your life, is to come back to the present moment, come back to the here and now. Why? Because we're in that place of the now, of the present moment. All is well. All is well. We are perfect, whole, and divine beings of that which created us. Perfect, whole, and divine. And that's what the here and the now brings to us. So what I'd like to do is I'd like for all of us to visit that right now. Okay, so what I'd love for you to do is to close your eyes, get comfortable in your chair, make sure that your feet are planted firmly into the ground. And we're simply going to do a little bit of breath work. And it's very, very simple. There's no way of doing it wrong. Simply take a deep breath in through your nose. Imagine that your chest is expanding out, holding it for a couple of seconds, and then letting it all go out of your mouth. Imagine that your stomach is like a tire that's being deflated. And let's do this at least 2 or 3 times, focusing on the air coming into our body temple, holding it, and then letting it all go out of the mouth. Let's all together take one deep final breath into our body temple, and blowing it out of the mouth. And I welcome you to open your eyes. Welcome to the present moment. How are you feeling right now versus how you might have been feeling minutes ago? More relaxed? What else?
More focused.
Oh, more open? More focused?
More centered.
More centered? Okay. I've heard people say, for me personally, I feel more centered in my body, more grounded into the chair, wherever I'm sitting. And one of the benefits of doing this exercise is to come back to the present moment. Because if you truly think about it, when you opened your eyes after doing deep breath work, really paying focused attention to your breath, your inhalation and your exhalation, if you really paid attention to it, you wouldn't have a thought to focus on of past experiences. You wouldn't have the ability to be able to focus on the future, which hasn't happened yet. You'd be right here in the present moment. Because the past brings depression, and the future brings anxiety. The present moment has neither one of them. Now, if truly you were focused on your breath, and you opened your eyes, and I asked you in that split second, what's wrong in your life? Guess what you'd have to do? Think about it. You would have to think about it. Whereas when you're really truly in the present moment, all is well. You lack nothing. You are that whole perfect divine being of light that you were created. And by the way, you've always been. It's just been your perception that something was missing, which is a very, very dangerous perception, which is an absolute lie. And that's what we need to do, is keep on coming back to the present moment to find that experience.